Team Empire's turn to pick. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Reserve time. Seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
Axe.
Alliances turn to battle. 10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Reserve time.
They're gonna go maybe blue and aggressive, push under X to Jugger.
Team Empire's turn to battle. 10 seconds remaining. Alliances turn to pick.
Caw.
Team Empire's turn to pick.
I love this girl. They don't have that good setup for Supernova. And because of our access on that mic, kinetic build is so unreliable. I mean, if you do it, I would just use the really alliance. But they can
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
Hyper.
Yeah, as long as Empire takes the mic, that's good. But they don't really have good sense to make the aggressive first. Well, it's not worried about this. Getting the engine. I think someone needs to brush the peanut. Yes.
10 seconds remaining.
Fire taking on Lion from Luminous Odie Pixel.
Prepare for battle.
Hello indeed, I'm OD Pixel and I'm here with Lumi on the casting desk and we're ready to take you guys through the series Alliance versus Empire. Of course, this is the lower stage. The loser will be going home from this LAN. And Lumi, we've had both 2-0s against either of these sides so far in the series today. Is this going to be one that goes to game 3? And in your eyes, who's got the stronger draft here in game 1?
Well, the panel seems to like the Alliance draft, and I do have to agree. But one thing that they do have to watch out for is can this axe go ham? You know, CIS hero, if he gets a couple of dunks early, get a quick blink dagger, it doesn't matter how good your group up is. If Funnick is running through your ranks, killing your supports one by another. The other question is Alliance back? And does the Alliance crowd have their back? I mean, we are here at DreamHack Winter. The crowd is like dead. Nobody's saying anything.
There we go.
Can we get some Alliance? There we go.
There we go.
Okay.
And that wasn't even the CSGO crowd.
There you go.
A bit of a reaction there, and well, let's see if Alliance can feel it behind them. Empire, though, we saw the other day how well these guys can play. They were able to take down Vega, one of the teams that a lot of people thought would do very well at this LAN in a very, very convincing fashion, 2-0. Let's see if Alliance are ready to go up against them. Well, Funnick. He's going to be able to take the rune there away from S4. And first blood, there we have it. Okay, Tiny Eye, a pretty good combo, Lumi.
Yeah, I think he went for the Phoenix side for the rune still. Maybe mistimed a little bit. Just got picked up.
Alright, I mean this mid lane. Resolution on his Tiny, backed up by Lower Dance on the Eye. They are going to have AK on the Bane, and of course that is a very strong hero to have in the mid lane when you're trying to contest the farm for your mid laners.
Yeah, definitely is. That's a lane that the panel really want to see how it go. You know, who's going to win the lane. One thing to look out for is Aloha Dance is going to be stacking the jungle quite a bit. That's what really Alliance had a ton of trouble with when 4CL did this Wisp stacking. So we'll see if Alliance is going to contest it a little bit more this game.
Oh, Sauce just throwing back S4. And it is going to be interesting to see how well Alliance do this, because we were talking about the Shadow Fiend in Alliance in the early series, and it isn't one of the heroes that people remember S4 for.
He definitely played it on Secret from time to time, so it's not to say that he can't play it. It just, I think the team functions much better when he's playing more of the tempo controller, the Queen of Pain, the Bat Rider, and whatnot. So for now, he is going to get one of the most imbalanced hero of this patch, and we'll see if Alliance gonna get their own jungle stacked.
Bottom lane, Funnick and No Fear position themselves rather aggressively, just contesting this pull through that Nuts was going for, and trying to see what they can find. And mid lane, okay, they get themselves another kill. A Tiny IO doing it again, and a minute and a half in, Alliance not dealing too well with this pairing.
It's very scary when Tiny gets to ramp up his experience through kills like that. Earlier on the Phoenix, now on the Shadow Fiend. And that should be fine. He should, run to his tower.
Yeah, Funnick couldn't quite get close enough there for the call.
The creep skipping is going to cut down on Loda's regen, as he has to basically tank the whole creep wave. I mean, essentially Funnick's doing the same thing, but he kills the creep so much faster. And Nuts is, well, losing a ton of health, as he is also tanking under the tower. I imagine we're going to see a dive somewhere down the road here for Funnick.
I was going to say, this looks like a very scary lane for Alliance on this bottom lane. Anytime that they see an opening Empire, they're going to be ready to wrap around and get in with the call and the paralyzing cast. Mid lane, the farm, 7 for 2 at the moment on S4. 6 for 1 on Resolution, so even though he lost his life, still managing to get an equal amount of farm here to this Tiny.
Yeah. The other lane that's going very poorly for Alliance right now is the Viper versus Phoenix matchup. I mean, Phoenix doesn't have nearly the kind of good base damage to compete, and of course, Toxin plus Corrosive Skin is giving Admiral Bulldog a ton of tough time.
Bottom lane as well. Lotus trying to move in onto No Fear. He's actually going to go for this one with the Blade Fury. No Fear duking it out, but the Berserker's cool, of course, going for the Magic Immunity, holding Loda in place. Kinetic Field is there, so Loda can back himself out with the Paralyzing Casket thrown out. Now Loda kind of stuck in the trees. Funnick's there with a wraparound, trying to find him, but Loda does get the jukes out. We're going to see Cool come back online in 4 seconds if they can get close enough, but it looks like Loda will have the speed there to get himself away. And just escaping from what could have been a bit of a sticky situation.
Mid lane looks like we're going to see that toss back. Yeah. And, well, nice Nightmare coming out, but alright, looks like SR is going to be fine. The ball is being blocked by Ake. Alright, pretty good job. Bottom lane, the dive is not happening.
So much pressure being put on here by Funnick and No Fear. They got the start that they've wanted. They have got these levels on the axe, so they can afford to do this. Just constantly cutting the wave. I mean, if you're Alliance, what do you do in reaction to this? How do you play around it?
I think you need to begin to secure your Shadow Fiend's farm through the stacking. Because right now you're losing every single lane. Bottom lane is losing, mid is losing, top is losing. And once Relocate or Blink Dagger comes online for Empire, they're going to just go. So you need to secure a quick mech on Alliance to be able to fight your way back. Now, Phoenix could be the mech buyer, although Phoenix likely to get something like Tranquil into Midas. So you look towards your Shadow Fiend to have a strong early game, and right now he's not having the best of time.
I mean, you're talking about, yeah, the Phoenix's build as well. He's almost certainly going to have to find himself involved in kills because the farm is just not there. He mentioned it earlier, just having to try and CS against a Viper. It's not happening. 25 for 14 on Silent compared to 5 for 0 on Bulldog's Phoenix.
Yep. And they are doing the stacking, but unfortunately, No Fear stealing a bit
Soaking
of
up
it.
the XP, yeah.
I mean, the goal is the bigger. Well, both is important because S4 is not hitting that level 5. The level 3 raises is where you start getting a lot of killing potential and whatnot. And No Fear is still stalking him in the jungle. This is a pretty big win here for Team Empire.
Getting as much as they can and taking it away from Alliance. No, S4 might realize that he was being blocked there. No Fear's Invisrin is. Oh, no, he's not going to go for the Curry Snipe.
Well, it's slowed down right now. But
would have probably paid with his life, I'd imagine. He keeps it safe, gets himself out. Meanwhile, bottom lane, you know, Funnick, he's having a great time down here, and he's going to get a very good timing on the level 6. So it's going to be next wave.
Because he's having such a good start, he might even consider upgrading into a Vanguard before going into a Blink Dagger. It depends on how he sees this game progressing. Although, the fact that he upgraded into a Poor Man's Shield may lead to just a straight-up Blink Rush.
Yeah, I mean, the Poor Man's and that Ring of Health. Nuts! Okay, just giving them walk in. Battlinger's going to get dropped.
He could have Berserker called him there, but there was no creep wave attacking, so the spin chance is quite low.
He would have had to be super lucky with the one hero attacking RNG. But at the moment, it really feels like Empire, they've got the grip on this game that they wanted to have just at this 5-minute mark.
And unfortunately for Alliance, they don't really have a plan B because, I mean, you could technically rotate the Phoenix for the gank. Bottom lane, the call's going to be there.
They've got the call, the cast coming through as well. Nuts did shot the kinetic field, but the dunks there from Funnick. They'll take one. Bulldog has come in for rotation now with the Blade Fury as well. They look to find No Fear and they will find the return kill. Ake's down there, but it's a double kill for Funnick. And it's trying to move forward for more. They will hold him back with the Nightmare. But Funnick making the dunks happen as soon as he gets that level 6 online, and this really feels like the kind of the calm before the storm, and it's not even that calm at that because Funnick has the potential to get out of control. 6 minutes in, 1,300 gold on the axe.
I would say he's already out of control. Looks like we're going to see a little bit of go here on Nuts,
Funnick.
Who's going on who right now? Nuts is trying to run towards the tower. He makes it there. He's fighting 3 heroes.
Creeps. Look at the creeps hitting Funnick as well. He's going to be happy if he gets a call, and he does. He gets the call up onto Ake. He needs a spin. He's going to get it. There's the dunk. He's another kill for Funnick. All these heroes in Alliance have come down and they're trying to do it, but a double kill. He gets away with 2. It does force the rotation out from S4, and they will kill him. But Funnick just creating so much havoc. 4 kills. 1,800 gold. We're not even hitting the 7-minute mark.
I wonder if he had enough gold if he had the Blink Dagger and Quick Buy.
Nah,
maybe
I think it would have been maybe 2,100 at that point. Yeah.
Remember what I said earlier, you know, Alliance might have the better draft. They have definitely the stronger mid-game sieging, but it doesn't matter when you have an axe that's so big at this stage of the game. So let's say he finished the Blink Dagger within 1 or 2 minutes. He just starts skanking your Shadow Fiend non-stop. Like, where's your mech? Where's your BKB? You know, you won't be able to get that farm, so... actually, he goes back to finishing his Tranquils. This is a very interesting choice.
I mean, I guess at this point... Wow.
And Vanguard.
Okay, Loader with the Omni Slash just managed to find himself a kill onto No Fear. Caught out of position. Resolution. Analog does coming in with the toss combo there. Ooh, no, with the brain stab. Okay, keeps himself alive. He's actually going to get himself out the Nightmare. But no, yeah, the Spirits indeed flying around. Will find it. They may lose Iron returns, so it's a 1-for-1. Resolution trying to move forward, trying to find Bulldog. He has got a toss available if he can find him in the tree line. At the same time, Funnick got a kill onto Loader on the bottom lane. So another kill for this axe. There'll be the TP out here from Resolution, and that is going to be Funnick. So he does actually finish off the Vanguard on top of the Poor Man's Shield. Vanguard, Poor Man's Shield, Tranquil Boots. This man is not dying.
And Treads. Or sorry, Tranquils.
Tranquils, yeah.
The +4 armor, a pretty big part of this tower diving and tanking essentially everything. I guess he's saying, you know what, we're going to put pressure on you simply by running at you. We might not have as good killing potential, but there's no way that Funnick is going to be dying again.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is, 8 minutes in, and he's found 5 kills without a Blink Dagger. Sure. He's just saying, yeah, we can just run at you.
He might find more here. As,
with No Fear. Coming across, Nuts gets himself... Nuts already contemplating offering himself up to Roshan as they're all coming in, and Nuts... is he going to be able to do this one? The toss is there. Roshan, please, no! Is it going to happen? No Fear takes the kill. And Empire now sitting 9 for 4. The just kind of chaoticness of this early game really suiting the side of Empire.
Yeah, the comeback that they should be looking for is somehow getting a kill on Axe, which is going to be tough because he has the Vanguard, Tranquil, and whatnot. But he does have a huge streak, right? If you get a kill right now on him, you get a ton of gold and experience back in your way.
Well, no, because they killed him. They killed
him
and
earlier.
then he came back and killed Loader. So he's only got 1 kill at the moment on the streak.
But the level deficit is also pretty helpful for them.
I mean, look at this. 9 minutes in, and he's still nearly got the Blink Dagger on the items that he's already bought.
One way you can kill him is using the Omni Slash plus maybe the Phoenix ult once you have it all back on ready. But again, you also... The hero that we haven't talked about is this Viper. Like, he's free farming.
He's having a great time up there. He's not bothered that no one's worrying about him. 68 CS, 31 denies. I mean, this is Empire really getting themselves ahead at this point. Alliance, they're going to need to look for something big. I mean, what's their saving grace at the moment? I guess it's the fact that they've got this S4 Shadow Fiend that can farm up in the jungle and try and catch up in terms of net worth.
Yeah, and I think you are in a territory where you need Empire to start make some mistakes. They are playing a very dive-centric team where if they kind of dive between your tier 1 and tier 2 tower, a good Shadow Fiend ultimate, a good Phoenix ultimate can kind of get you back in it. But if Team Empire plays cool, calm, and collected, then I think they could kind of snowball completely out of control. Especially now that Blink Dagger is online shortly after the Vanguard Frankos.
It's 10 minutes in, this build from Funnick, looking absolutely terrifying.
They also have the Wombo combo with the Static Storm with the Phoenix ult as well. So, you know, they have some very strong mid-game tools, but again, that's up to Team Empire to clump up and group up and make those mistakes.
Because the fact that Aloha Dance now did reach level 6, he's level 7 in fact at this point. When they get the blink on the axe, if he gets a call, if you bring the Tiny in on top of that, you're killing anyone on the map at this point, on the side of Alliance.
Pretty much. Maybe Juggernaut could survive if he spins the magic damage, but apart from that, maybe Bane if he gets off a brain sap. But really like this timing. Oh, double smokes. One smoke is stronger than the other, because one of them is packing a Blink Dagger. Although for the Alliance's sake, looks like the Axe gank party is running into nobody.
Now let's see if Alliance can find anything here. Smoking up towards Silent. Axe got the, fairly tanky with the Treads, Aquila, and the Buckler. 4 points in Corrosive Skin. They're going to have to throw a lot down on this Viper if they want to try and find him. And Silent, I realize there's something fishy's going on. A fair few people off the side of Alliance missing on the map, and Silent plays it safe.
Yep. Well, looks like the courier is sent back before the item has been delivered.
Mid lane now, Funnick just skipping the creep wave here, looking to try and take another tier 1, and he will do with the help of Resolution.
Looks like the two teams are going to run into each other. Resolution can toss Axe forward, but Blink Dagger forward, he misses.
Get the call on S4, but Resolution's going to still try and follow through the Avalanche on Arcade Brain Tap, but there's your Omni Slash. They've actually taken down the Tiny. Now with the Blade Fury, they're looking to try and clean up more. They're going to get the IO, and they do. It's another kill over the side of Alliance. Silent throws down the Viper Strike onto Loader, but S4 moving forward with the raises. Funnick's in trouble. The Nightmare's there to set this one up. Can they get this kill? Funnick's incredibly low. Bulldog comes in with the dive, trying to clean this one up. 3 more heroes on the side of Empire sitting very, very low. Funnick will pop. Bulldog ends up going down. No fear burns as well. There's a double kill for Bulldog. Silent will get a double kill on the cleanup. But Alliance are going to be very happy with that trade. 4 for 2 there.
It's like I said, if you capitalize on them over-diving, you over-committing for these kills, you can get off a very good Phoenix ult and into more dive. Looks like
let's have a look at the replay.
Yep. And here comes the over-aggression. Well, it was a good blink call attempt, but as soon as he got glimpsed back, the Tiny just got completely isolated. Shadow Fiend great raises here by S4, and I believe he had his own rune, right? The S4 rune. He's moving pretty fast.
Yeah. But even without it, Alliance take it. And there we have it. So Alliance really getting themselves back into the game. Of course, shout out to the Scory Sports for bringing us that replay. And the fact that they just get these kills at the end, Bulldog gets the burn damage on him. Funnick and No Fear desperately trying to retreat. Those extra 2 kills just pushing Alliance ahead and enabling them to come out on top of that fight with a fair bit of a net worth change.
With that said, though, Team Empire is still very far ahead in terms of the network because of the laning
overall
stage.
farm is,
So I feel like Alliance needs one more of those fights, and then they're back. Yeah. So we'll see if they're going to get it. Again, the overwhelming item advantage of Team Empire, because of the mech, because of the Blink Dagger, they could start fine-manning around this tier 1 top and maybe look for something else.
Yeah, the strength of Empire is still very evident as they're going to bully themselves down this top lane, get this tier 1. Alliance, do they have anything to do against this? You've only got the S4 Shadow Fiend and the Ake Bane hanging around at the moment.
I think if you're Alliance, you sacrifice the tier 1 tower, because if you look over to Shadow Fiend, he's so close to the mech. If he dies right now and delays the mech further by like 2 minutes, then it's really bad time. Yeah, Alliance will make the sacrificial play. Meanwhile, Admiral Bulldog does pick up the Hannah Midas. Very thankful for that previous fight.
Io is fairly deep here in the jungle. And there's a lot of Alliance here. Okay, that's a big Fiend's Grip. Cancels the TP on Resolution. He's now going to be held there. Loda will get the kill. Oh!
They're out.
Doesn't save the Tiny. Tiny still went down and out. Io relocating back to where Alliance were as well. And they will take down the combo that was causing issues at the beginning of the game. But now Alliance starting to get ahead of it and getting themselves those kills.
Yeah, unfortunately, Team Empire didn't really get too much out of that situation. They got the tier 1, but they already got the tier 1 regardless. And you got to keep in mind, Axe is one of those heroes that will kind of fall when it comes to scaling compared to Shadow Fiend, Phoenix, and whatnot. His damage output in the mid game, you know, would not be able to shred through the high armor heroes of the Alliance, especially when there's things like Mech and Vlad's and maybe even AC coming out. So I think Alliance, again, they need one big fight to come back in it, but this is a very, very good trend and good direction they're heading towards too.
Silent, he's found a Disruptor gone fairly far out there, but the Glimpse bringing Silent away, but Phoenix there with the call and they'll get the dunk onto Nuts. And find themselves one kill. Phoenix and Silent, maybe seeing if they can move forward for more. Alliance, we've got AK and S4 just splitting up on the top lane, getting themselves away from this. A 12 to 10 at the moment, a lot of fighting, a lot of action from both sides. Still Empire with a slight edge, but Alliance certainly regaining momentum.
Yep.
Tower is under attack.
What Alliance is looking for right now is items to help the Shadow Fiend tank up. Make sure he survives the initiation of Team Empire. Because Team Empire could technically blink call, follow up with Tiny's, follow up with the Witch Doctor, and just burst S4 down before he ever uses the mech. So you need the HP up, because when the mech flies out for Team Alliance, then that's when your Phoenix Egg kicks in. That's when the Healing Ward plus Juggernaut kicks in. So the longer the fight drags out, I think it favors more towards Alliance. They need to tank up and they need to farm up. So the space is being very constricted by Team Empire. They're doing a very good job pushing towers, taking advantage of the situation.
Worth noting, of course, the Resolution on his Tiny still getting a decent amount of farm. He's just one final piece away from that Aghanims. So out there around the corner, mid lane, Funny gets the blink off.
Yep.
Loda does get the Blade Fury off in time, and that might actually be enough to get himself out with the static field and the kinetic field. Alliance might be ready to turn. Bulldog Icarus diving now with the supernova from the high ground. The Omni Slash as well is a double kill for Loda. The Glimpse is going to bring back Phonic. They might be Phonic gets the blink off in time. It will just be the two, but again, the Tiny and the IO, and the fact that Loda gets himself the double kill. I think we're getting very close to the point where Alliance are going to be closing in on being at the same level as Empire are in terms of net worth.
Looks like Empire still wants to take this fight. They know Phoenix's eggs is down. Shadow Fiend ult is still online, though. I feel like this is a very risky fight.
I don't know if Funny can jump in on this. Can he really? He's thinking about it. He's moving forward. He does have Silent there as well with the Invis, and they'll go with a Viper Strike onto Loda. Loda Blade Fury. Death Ward's actually been dropped as well. They get the call out onto Loda. And they actually bring him down. He's got the backup of him with the mech popped as well. Loda's going to be fine. And now it's going to be them go back in. They get off the Requiem. Io goes down. It's a killing spree for Ake. Nuts getting caught out by the paralyzing cast. They're backing themselves up Alliance. They may have to sacrifice their Nuts here as he's getting incredibly low. Viper will take the kill. The dunk, in fact, coming through from Phonic, finishing that one off. Now they're moving forward, trying to get more. Ake's got the Glimmer Cape. Looks like he'll be all right. So it is just a support for support trade. But 13 for 13, this game's certainly panning out to be quite a close one, Lumi.
Yeah, very risky fight that Team Empire took because Tiny had no way to join back to the fight. Of course, Wiz had to relocate and he used it just for himself to get back in. But yeah, I guess it went okay for both sides. But as this game gets dragged out more and more, I think it's very apt to say that Alliance is back, at least in this particular game. They're somewhat behind, but I think their heroes just scale way better. Phoenix sitting at 1,800 gold. I think we might see something like a Shiva's Guard coming out for him, or maybe a utility item. Solar Crest is not bad if he wants to make the Shadow Fiend even tankier. He could also even go for a Pipe, although Pipe might not be so good as the game drags on. You're going to see more physical damage coming out from a hero like Tiny and Viper.
And this, I mean, the Tiny IO is always going to be an issue. When Alliance start to group up and go, they've got to be ready for these this kind of the split push actions that Resolution and Aloha Dance will surely look for if the fights don't start to always go their way. Silent as well, it was worth mentioning that he is still doing very well in terms of farm. 9k now on this Viper. And he's picked up the Yasha now on top of the mech. With this smoke with Phonic and No Fear, they'll see if they can try and find something across the map. They're going to make the move. And this could be quite a nice wraparound here onto Alliance. Alliance, They do have the full
They're gonna
5 of
find
them
the shadow.
close. Yeah, if they could catch out S4, that's exactly what they want to find. Straight in with the Berserker's Call. S4 just a little bit too far away from his team. The Death Ball gets dropped down. S4 can't turn this one around. And Funnick finds yet another dunk. And that's pretty much the best pickoff they could have hoped for their Alliance with the, Empire with that smoke.
It is the best pickoff
Yeah.
because whenever Shadow Fiend is not on the map, Empire could do whatever the hell they want to do. If they want to push, if they want to fight, in fact, they want to tower dive
Look
against
at
Nuts.
Silent. He's just going straight in onto Nuts with the relocating as well from Aloha Dance, bringing in resolution. Another quick pickoff there for Empire as they take down 2 there in a matter of seconds from the side of Alliance.
Alliance is just desperately trying to get some farm, and meanwhile, mid lane, the fight continue here. Phoenix.
No. It was nightmared up there, but it didn't work out the way that Ake intended. And Empire find the kill, and I think they feel confident with his push. They saw Loader on that bottom lane. He did not have a TP scroll. So it almost certainly picked up one now just out from the side shop. He does. It's actually still on cooldown here for a bit of time, but nonetheless, Empire, they're not going to push it up to the high ground yet, and they're just going to back up and start to clear out this wave on the bottom.
They could have technically hit the tier 3 tower a little bit, because Shadow Fiend, even though he just responded, he doesn't have max soul yet, so even if a fight breaks out, he will not have a full channel of Requiem. But they give Alliance the respect they deserve and back off for now. They're so far ahead that they could just start looking towards Roshan as their next play. And I think that's actually where Alliance could strike back here, because they have things like Phoenix Egg at the Roshan pit, very, very strong ultimate, Static Storm. They still got the Wombo combo. We saw last time, when everything connect, they do have a fearsome team fight.
Yeah, they certainly do indeed. Bulldog now, what's he doing in terms of levels after this match? So he is level 11 now, so he's going to have that better supernova. Yeah.
I mean, Phoenix is kind of the all-in hero when it comes to it. If the ultimate pops, you know, you just die. If it fully goes through, then you generally will win the fight. So, because hero selected, we do see that's why these fights are so lopsided. Alliance wins, you know, 4-1, and then you see Empire striking back with, you know, 3-0. So, Crimson Guard finish on the axe. This will allow Empire to really take that Omni Slash like it's nothing.
Very nice against the Jug indeed. This pickup. Like Alliance now starting to push down this tier 1. Empire, looks like they may feel that they're ready to contest this. Funnick moving forward, no fear on the sidelines. Can they get themselves the initiation that they want? And here we go with the cast, but the Blade Fury is there. Loader's going to be able to ward this one off. How can they find anything? They get the avalanche onto S4, resolution closing in. Funnick gets a beautiful call onto Nuts and Ake. Silence there, but they need to take down this egg. They get off the Requiem of Souls, and Alliance might be able to turn this. They found the Tiny. They're going to get Funnick as well. The Fiend Scream was there from Ake. Silence try moving. They do have the Crimson card out. As S4 is incredibly low. Trying to go with the right clicks. Will still pull. It's a double kill for Silent. S4 does get a kill on his way down, but Loader, they're looking to clean up. Silence, the last one left alive. Just really trying to find this a buyback here on Io. Coming back into the fight. Trying to keep Silent alive, and it might pay off. He'll get a triple kill. Loader as well, stuck in the trees. It's an ultra kill. The buyback from the IO, allowing Empire to come out just on top of that fight and getting Silent that ultra kill. Beautiful play from Aloha Dance.
The most worth it buyback I've ever seen from a Wisp, because if he didn't buyback, Silent just dies.
Silent would have been dead.
Yeah, and the team fight ends like 4-3 in favor, or 4-2 in favor of Alliance. So huge buyback play coming out from the Wisp, and well, this is why that he plays that hero. Amazing stuff. Silent gets an ultra kill in the fight now. He ramps up. He could get the BKB, and honestly, BKB will be exceptional in terms of blocking the damage output from the Phoenix, from the Shadow Fiend, and to a lesser extent, the Static Storm and whatnot.
And this is panning out to be a very impressive fight performance from Silent, because now we're 12,500 at the moment, accrued at 22 minutes in. Alliance, seeing if they could maybe get the glimpse back, but Silent.
No vision.
Yeah, he's going to be fine. They do have some wards around here when he comes up into the lane, but Alliance won't chase this one down. But I think after that last fight, I mean, the problem is, you say you've got to kill the IO, which they did. But he just comes back and with that buyback, I mean, I guess you just can't do anything about that, Alliance.
I mean, Empire technically won the team fight, but you can see how, as the game drags on, Alliance to me has the more and more problematic fight. Because how are you dealing with the Phoenix? You're actually not dealing with it, because once Shiva's guard comes out, attack speed becomes a further issue. You know, if he puts a Fire Spear on the Tiny, puts a Fire Spear on the Viper, and he pops Shiva's, everybody's attacking so slowly that the egg is almost always going to channel through. You're getting a huge AoE stun, you're getting huge AoE damage. I don't think Emerald Bulldog can be dealt with unless he just gets popped in the beginning of the fight. So I think Alliance, despite still losing out the network, they're still losing out the map control. If they get a good team fight, they are going to win those fights.
Radiant structures.
Top lane Resolution is starting to hammer down on the tier 2. A bit of TP back here from Nuts. The rest of the side of Alliance feeling happy to push on this tier 1. Okay, they're coming back for the fight here. They would love to find Resolution.
Glimpse?
They've got the glimpse here, bringing him back. There is still a relocate available, so they can get themselves in to bring him out. Resolution's going to go for the TP. Can he get himself out in time? No! They get the kill. They get the Tiny. And Aloha Darts just has to get himself right out of there.
Yeah, that was a kill because Tiny is working on that Soul Curious. The attack speed is a big component, a big part against the Phoenix. So getting that key kill, delaying the AC is big for Admiral Bulldog mid lane. So yeah, Ake might find himself a Fiend's Grip against
Funnick comes
he
out.
can glimmer in and maybe look for something.
I mean, Funnick
Yeah, he's trying to...
might jump on Ake. He does have no fear. No fear's got the death ward, but Ake keeps himself on the high ground. Okay, they've got the vision here. Look at the glimpse. Actually trapped no fear here in the kinetic field. He's going to be alright. And at this point as well, Ake will invest in a gem, so making sure that they can contain and keep this map control that they're going to be after Alliance. Because at the moment, looking at the warding, I think they realize that Empire, they do have some pretty good vision over the Radiant side of the map.
Yeah, the other concern for Alliance, I keep saying they have good teamfight, is the single target damage isn't actually all too stellar until Shadow Fiend gets, you know, like Manta, Daedalus, some huge right-click item. They actually can't kill Silent. So that is a concern that will be still a concern as the game drags on. They might be able to kill Resolution, but this Viper is just too big.
It really is at this point. They're going to need to focus a lot on Tim if they wish to take him down, but at the same time, the fact that there's an Ion and a Witch Doctor, you know, just keeping this man alive on the Viper. And the fact that BKB only 150 gold away here is going to be very hard for Alliance to deal with.
I do want to point out Funnick's item choices here. He went for a point booster, thinking that he'll upgrade it into a Aghanims, but as the game drags out, he realized that he really needs a pipe to give his team a fighting chance in these team fights. So he goes back for a hood, and I imagine once Team Empire gets that pipe, they'll try to take another fight.
Bottom lane again, we've seen Alliance consistently group up here. The last few times they haven't been able to find anything with this movement. And the fact that Silence turned up as well, I think that might give them second thoughts about jumping in on this one. They just group up, back themselves off. Do they have a smoke? They do have a smoke on Nuts. So we'll sit there able to try and go for some sort of a wraparound. At this point, it's actually going to be Empire the ones looking for the action. Silent, No Fear, and Funnick smoking up.
Phoenix
ready with the wraparound. There's the full 5-man here of Alliance. Superstar comes out and they'll get the ult out just in time before Funnick can get the call off. Lotus moving forward with the Blade Fury. The Supernova, it will go off. It's Silent got off the BKB, but the Stunner Course going through it. Now with the Omni Slash onto Resolution. The Phoenix as well from Ake. They found the IO. Could be a Resolution as well. The Static Storm is huge. The BKB is now gone for Silent. Funnick gets the call off onto S4 Loader. Now with the Death Ward as well from No Fear. Doing a hell of a lot of damage. But Loader, he gets off the Blade Fury and he moves forward onto No Fear and Silent. Ake holds back Funnick with the Nightmare. It's a 2-for-1 at the moment. They did lose S4 and his Shadow Fiend. He's a huge amount of the damage output for Alliance, and this might be the point where Empire are able to clean up. They're looking for Nuts. They get the dunk there from Funnick. It's a double kill on this axe. They're trying to move forward for more. Bulldog, he gets the Shiva's Guard. Funnick moving close. He hasn't got the mana here for the Berserker's Call.
Okay.
And he will be able to get himself down to the low ground there with the Sunray. So a 2-for-2 trade. Yet again, Empire sacking the Tiny IO, but they do get that really big kill on the Shadow Fiend.
Yeah, once the Wombo combo from Alliance ends, they really just don't have the damage output. And this is why Shadow Fiend needs to continue to survive these teamfights and build more tank. So he's currently sitting around at 2k goldish. I imagine he's going to continue to tank up by buying a Helm of Dominator or just going into straight Scotty. We'll see what S4 ends up going. Meanwhile, that pipe looks like it's going to be a BKB first. Okay, that's a great tanking item choice as well. But again, the problem continues is that now Resolution, I imagine he's going to get the Aegis because he's the one that's actually dying in fights.
And it looks like Alliance in no shape or form to contest this one. Free Rocher for the side of Empire. And as you said, Resolution will be the one to grab it.
The other issue is that Loda is just not outputting enough damage.
In the moment. I mean, with that 2.2k gold, is he looking for the Skadi here on top of the SMY with that ultimate ult?
For who?
For Loda on the jug.
Yeah, I think he has to. It's a great kind of dual item you could tank up as well as output damage. But you won't have time to finish it because here comes Team Empire.
Alright, let's see if Alliance have got the power to hold this back. Empire ready to go in full force onto the tier 3. Fortification comes out straight away. Resolution's damage pretty severe. He has nearly got that money there for the AC recipe. And the final plate. Now tier 3 starting to fall. Alliance, they need to do something. They'll drop down the kinetic field. S4 trying to get in there with the razors onto Silent, but Silent incredibly tanky. They'll take the tier 3 into Phonic. Oh, he gets the call onto 2. It's beautiful. The Avalanche as well. The Static Storm comes out for Nuts. And S4 gets off a good Requiem. They're going to go for the Supernova here. Can Bulldog get it off? I think he might. And Loader moves forward. The Blade maybe they can turn this. Oh, they lose the Supernova. It does get taken down just in time. Loader's going to fall. No! He gets the Omni Slash off onto No Fear. Resolution as well dropping low. But they'll find the kill onto the Jug. Double kill for Silent. You said they couldn't kill him early and they still can't kill him now. Resolution's back with his Aegis. For the second life, there's a Phoenix Rip onto Silent. Phonic moving forward, gets the call onto Ake. The Viper's damage, bringing Ake low, toss forward onto the Viper. Ake's got the Glimmer Cape, trying to get himself out. Ake's going to be able to live. Loader trying to get Silent, but he can't quite finish him off here. Loader's now got to back himself off. Resolution gets the toss. The right click onto Nuts. Now at the moment we're sitting 2 down, 5 back on Disruptor. Empire, they're going for the racks here. Might be a little bit more careful. Loader getting healed up by the Sun Ray. Silent fairly low. And there's going to be the glimpse back. If they can kill this Viper, that'll be pretty huge for them. And they might just do it with the Blade Fury. Silent's going to get glimpse go, and they'll take it down with the pure damage from the Brain Staff. It's enough from Ake to find the kill. Nightmare controlling Resolution, but it gets taken off Phonic. Oh, the quarter does. That's a dieback on the Disruptor. This may be Alliance going too ham. Bulldog, he could die back as well, and he will. Double kill for Phonic as he hits the dunks as they matter. And this is going to be the bottom set of Rexcom. 2 heroes dying back on the side of Alliance. And Empire are able to come out on top.
Oh my god, double diebacks. Buyback coming out from Loda. I mean, if that Phoenix ultimate just
was
half a
so
second more,
close.
and the team fight would have been completely different. And that's why Phoenix is an on hero. If that ultimate pops, it's ain't Gucci.
Resolution going in with the snaps onto S4. Loader trying to do what he can with the Blade Fury, but Phonic gets off the call. The toss is down to Loader as well. He did kick them in Cape Top, and he will be able to walk this one off. No fears there, and he does have the Death Ward, level 11 as well when it's good to go, but the Nightmare from Ake holding back the Witch Doctor. The rest of Empire don't care. They'll take down the melee racks in the mid lane, and now they'll look to maybe play it a bit safe. They will have the Disruptor back up, Alliance. So Empire double back in on this one. No, looks like they'll play it safe. Phonic's out of mana. Resolution wants to keep it cool. AC done 2.4k gold on top of that as well. Off the back of that, your IO suddenly has Vladimir's. And, well, you've got 1.5 set of racks. Empire are going to feel very happy with the way those last 2 skirmishes went.
Yeah, another reason why Alliance didn't have that much damage is that Shadowfiend died and he wasn't at full soul when he came back. So even when he channeled his Requiem, it actually didn't get any damage. So Alliance being really caught with the pants down, and Phoenix getting caught was really a big issue. Admiral Bulldog.
That could have been the turning point.
Yeah, really, really far back. So, again, I'm going to go back to what I said earlier. Team Empire needs to make a ton of mistakes for Alliance to make a comeback, but at this point, I guess that's all you have to go on. You know, you hope for that mistake.
It's certainly Empire's game to lose at the moment, as they'll start to push down, take this final tier 2. There we go, tier 2 down, Empire. They'd love to try and find this final set. Phonic gets the Battle Hunger onto Ake. Alliance, they do have everything up. A little bit short here on the mana for the Shadow Fiend. S4 just pushing out this bottom lane. Glimpse onto Phonic isn't going to lead into anything. And now Resolution heads up. And look at this damage. The tower just disappearing in front of the eyes of Alliance. And this could be the racks as well. They've got to do something. Phonic trying to get in position for the call. Won't find it. There's just Supernova. He's going to try for a Ken Bulldog. Can they take down the Supernova? They're trying to move in. Is he going to get it off? No! He's dead. They pop the egg. They do lose the Witch Doctor's S4 gets a nice Requiem off. The stuns there. He's been Glimmer Cape up, trying to move back. Phonic going forward as well. He's not done. Gets the call onto Loader. Resolution and Silent coming in as well. Loader will get off the Blade Fury, but he's got to get himself back to the fountain. And Empire just storming the base. Tossed onto Ake. He's out, down and out for the count. Avalanche onto Loader. It's a double kill for Silent. And Resolution just moves in and murders them in the fountain. 4 heroes dead on Alliance. And this will be the racks in the top lane, and it's going to be the game. GG is called. And in what was an incredibly frantic game where Alliance did show some signs of life, Empire just showed a hell of a lot more. And at the end of the day, all those team fights went the way of Empire.
Yeah, I mean, I think the Roshan fight, getting the Aegis on Resolution, the buyback to me actually was
Yeah,
the turning point.
that
of the
IO
game.
buyback, a
Silent
low
getting an
hard
ultra
dance.
kill, and then he just kind of scaled out of control.
There's the man. That was absolutely incredible. And those fights at the end, we were talking about the Supernova. Bulldog just couldn't get it off. He was so close.
Yep.